Okay.
Deleted scene.
Welcome to Manic Pixie Dream Ghouls. We're back with more Irish folklore and mythology.
Yeah.
We are going to try for less belching this episode, but I make no promises.
Yeah, that's not something I'm willing to uphold.
I'm sorry. That's what we're going to have to do. Tonight we're talking about two baddies.
Yeah.
And Kenzie's going to start us off with the first one.
All right. So I am going to tell you guys about the Púca. And that's spelled P-U-C-A with a little thingy. What is it called, Sarah?
I thought it was called an umlaut. Umlaut is the two dots that the Germans use.
It's a little like tick. Or it's spelled P-O-O-K-A. And the Púca is a little shape-shifting fae spirit that is in the same family tree as a changeling. And they're friends. They like each other. They're basically little tiny changelings, but different.
So, okay, I'll let you get into it, but like, isn't a changeling like an old fairy that they just put in a baby's body for retirement?
Yeah, for retirement. You can retire as a child.
God, what a nightmare.
I know, honestly. Yeah, so that's basically what a changeling is. They basically kidnap human children and replace their bodies as themselves. But the Púca is different. It's in the same family tree, but it's not necessarily that. And Púca in Gaelic means spirit or ghost. So it's kind of like all you need to know, like, is really just that. It's a little spirit ghosty friend in the fae realm.
Real cute.
And a little plot twist, because normally our things are very black and white, but today it is not black and white. The Púca can be good or bad, depending on how you interact with it, which I really like.
I like that. So you better be nice.
Yeah, it kind of forces you to be nice.
You better be fucking nice.
Yeah.
I like that. I think that's how it should be with everything.
Yeah. Well,
that's great.
This may be a hot take, but I like that there are some things that are just inherently evil.
Yeah, and when I'm a ghost, I'm going to be evil.
Yeah, well, you'll be nice to some people.
Yeah, but you know what because I was thinking about when you said changelings, and I was like, what if JonBenet Ramsey was a fucking changeling and that's what happened? Okay. Then I thought, when I'm a ghost, I'm going to go get JonBenet Ramsey's ghost. We're going to haunt the shit out of people. We're going to be fucking terrifying if she's not a changeling.
Just to touch on that, if she was a changeling, there would be a JonBenet Ramsey still, but it just wouldn't be
in the fairy world.
Yeah, changelings take babies and replace them with themselves.
Yeah. So that's what they killed. They killed the changeling version of her, and the real version of her is somewhere else.
Oh, I get what you're saying. Oh,
yeah.
Interesting. I like that.
JonBenet Changeling.
JonBenet Changeling.
That's our punk band.
I'm gonna change my Twitter name to that. JonBenet Changeling. Okay, so I just want you to know that the Púca is honestly so cute. So cute. Such a tiny little baby angel. And their description varies a lot.
I'm gonna Google a picture of it.
Please do, because they're adorable.
It's a high-tech podcast.
Yes. The description of them varies between sightings because of their like shape-shifting nature. And they can shapeshift into literally anything.
Okay, this
which includes
looks like
people.
A monkey though. This is
kind of cute.
Oh, he's hella cute, but that's a fucking monkey.
Okay, well, he can shapeshift into anything, so maybe it's a monkey.
Oh. This one's like sexy. Sexy.
Oh,
Púca.
I don't like that.
It looks like David Bowie.
It does kind of look like David Bowie.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't like it anymore.
Change your mind, you don't like it.
Changelings. Okay, Sarah.
Okay. The most common creatures that the Púca is known to shapeshift into, number one being a horse, is also the cat, a dog, a rabbit, a raven, a fox, a goat, a wolf, or a goblin.
These are great fucking choices.
Great choices.
These are great fucking choices.
And
God damn.
I really like that the most common version of the Púca that's like reported or like was reported is a horse, because it just makes it like so much creepier.
It gives me like Kelpie energy.
Yeah. Well, you know what's funny is like in my research, there's a lot of references to the Kelpie, so we'll talk about that.
Ooh,
one of the things I like about their shape-shifting abilities too is that like they can shapeshift into people, so they can be humans if they want to, but they will always have some sort of animalistic aspect to them if they shapeshift into humans, and it's usually ears or a tail, so they're basically a furry.
I immediately said horse dick. Immediately.
No.
Immediately. God
No,
damn.
they don't have animal genitalia. They have ears or tails. You gotta get.
How do you know? How do you know?
I mean, I don't know for certain, but based on
How do you think
Irish
centaurs
lore,
are made?
I've
seen
like
Fantasia.
to think about it.
I've seen racist Fantasia. I know how centaurs are made.
I don't like
it's
it.
That. Horse dick, Seamus Mulligan.
Jesus Christ.
Fucking God.
Okay, well, moving on. So the Púca is usually seen with dark fur. That's like one of the most consistent like characteristics of them is that they have dark fur with like glowing luminescent eyes that are either orange or red. But every once in a while they were white, which I'm like, maybe that one was old. Maybe it was about to die.
Yeah.
Maybe that one was
an
a changeling.
albino. It was an albino Púca.
Maybe.
They sound like Mothman so far.
Kind of, yeah. I think they very much like, especially the like standard image of the Púca, when like the first one that comes up when you Google it is very much like the fuzzy Mothman rendition.
It's cute. It's so
it
cute.
is cute.
I
like it. What is not like Mothman is that the Púca is said to have the power of human speech.
Ooh.
And can just chit chat with you.
Like,
so think about that.
Regular voice or like.
See, I don't know. I didn't get that far. I don't think there's really much like conversation about what the Púca would sound like. Or Púcai, I'll say, because that's the plural. Singular is Púca.
Oh, I like Púcai.
Yeah, it's nice.
Cute.
So
it's very cute.
And that suggests too that there's more than one of them, which I would think makes sense considering every county in Ireland has a Púca. So it would make sense that there's more than one. But I didn't get that far in the conversation, I'll be honest, and I don't really care what they would sound like.
I think that they would have taken the time to describe the voice.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Ink. Like, think about how hard it was to get ink back then in like the 1300s or whatever.
They were like,
they had to get it out of a fucking squid. Like, they're like, it sounds like Tom Hiddleston, but no one needs to know.
I bet you it sounded like Adam Sandler.
Oh God, no.
Can you imagine like a little furry like thing that looks like a fox comes to talk to you and it sounds like Adam Sandler?
God, no. What's the one that does the voice of Jafar in Aladdin? That would be fucking worse than Adam Sandler. What is his name?
Or I don't remember.
No, Polly.
Steve Buscemi.
No, I don't think he can talk.
You don't think Steve Buscemi can talk?
I think he lost his voice in 9/11. I'm pretty sure.
What are you talking about?
Steve Buscemi inhaled the dust. He was doing firefighters. I I'm telling you that I saw this. This is a fact on Reddit. Oh God. He was doing firefighter, so he lost his voice to asbestos.
Completely,
Go on.
his voice is gone.
If he can't talk, that's why his eyes are so big.
Oh my God. Okay. Well, moving on after that was just dropped on me. Okay. I like this. This is where the Kelpie comes in. This is where like mention of the Kelpie like shows up in the Púca's lore, is that the Púca has been known to interact with humans on a regular basis, and like with their power of speech, of human speech, they'll like give you advice and kind of like, you know, lead you to something better or something helpful, and try to.
I like that for them.
Yes, but they also really like to fuck with humans, and that is the most consistent thing amongst all of these fucking cryptids, is that they just really like to fuck with humans, and that's
They're
fair.
tricksters, right?
That's fair. Well, kind of.
Uh-huh.
They can be. They can be tricksters if you like, if you treat them wrong. But otherwise, like, they have the ability to like help marine and rural communities, assuming you're nice to them. So basically. And this, like I said, this is where the Kelpie ties in. It was said that they would take humans on their back if they would offer a back ride, a piggyback ride to a human, and a human accepted. They would take the human on their back, give them the wildest possible ride to wherever the fuck they were going, and then drop them off and move on. And they would never hurt them, which is unlike the Kelpie, who once you get on her back, you're stuck and you're drowned and you get fucking eaten by a water horse. Yeah. So yeah. And it would mostly come to humans dressed, presenting as a horse, and you'd get on its back, and then it would like jump over hedges and like go over hills and be just fucking crazy. But then you arrive at your destination.
It's like Twilight.
It always comes back to Twilight.
She gets on Edward's back and he's like, hold on tight.
Oh, run it. Yeah, he's like, wait.
That's like 100%. I'm fucking picturing so stupid. As if you could outrun me.
Oh my God.
God damn it. I hate that this is forever. You know that all the Twilight movies are on fucking Netflix now?
I know.
I need everyone to know
aware. Don't you worry.
Loca.
Bella, where the hell you been, Loca?
That fucking Edward egg picture that I sent you was the funniest thing I've ever seen.
I wonder if maybe like that was based off of Púca. Maybe a Púca like rolled up on some girl named Bella and was like, because it has the power of human speech, it was like, Bella, where the hell you been, Loca? And there's like a hidden diary that was like the inspiration for that scene that we just like hasn't been released to the public.
% true. I would like Twilight better if he was a fucking Púca instead of a vampire.
I agree. But if he was a Púca, I honestly think then everybody would just be a Púca.
No, just him and his horse-dicked family.
Well, but I bet you Jacob and like his tribe would be Púcas.
No. The Cullens are horse-dick Púcas.
Why do they have horse dicks?
They do. Jacob and his tribe are black shucks.
Oh yeah, no, we talked about that. Okay, I like that. Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
You're right. So as I said before, Púcae are found in every county in Ireland, and there was like it's fucking raining.
The mannequin came to life.
No, it didn't. It's raining. And I can hear it through my headphones. Anyway, so there are a lot of like, we all know the terrain of Ireland. It's very like mountainous, and there's a lot of bodies of water and stuff. But basically a lot of those like little pools or mountainous lakes that cover the Irish hillside were referred to as Púca pools, or I'll try my best to say this word, Púca. Yes. Which literally means demon hole. So it was like very like Yeah, good old demon hole. So it's very like back and forth. It's not like very, I don't know. I can't really figure out like where most people stand on the Púca. Like, is it evil? Is it good? It doesn't seem like there's a general consensus. It's like everyone kind of thinks one way or another. And I think that's why, because Púca definitely means ghost or spirit, but these structures called Púca pools are also roughly translated to demon holes. So
I wonder if they became demon holes or like the negative connotations about the Púca and Púkai and Fae and all this stuff happened with Catholicism, like beating everyone to death.
You know what's
Doesn't
interesting
that happen
about
with
that?
all the pagan lore? Like,
yes.
What?
So basically, Irish culture, like way back when, before Christianity struck, it is all pagan. It is all like pagan traditions and pagan culture. And when Christianity was introduced in this area, that sweep of Christianity pushed all of the pagan traditions out, and a lot of those Púca pools were renamed St. Patrick's Wells.
See what they fucking do?
See what they do.
See what they do. I need you to know, P.S. while we're on the topic, that I saw this TikTok today that this native group is selling these shirts to raise money because of all the fucked up residential school stuff going on. And the shirt just says, "Bury the Catholic Church in an unmarked grave." And
Let's buy them.
It is so fucking lit. So I want to buy them, and then I want to post the shit out of them on Instagram because that is my favorite thing I've seen in a long time. I think it's fucking fantastic. I'm going to wear it to the church behind my house and just stand there and make people uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Because, I won't get to whatever. I'm like, if you're a Catholic going and you don't bring this up every fucking week, you're trash. The end. Hate it.
Yeah. That's like very much the case. Is like Christianity swept through, and suddenly these natural structures were seen as something bad. So there you go. That's really explaining that. I do want to share like one or two, I guess technically three, like little tidbits of information, like traditions that go with the Púca, or like, little like warnings of what you should or shouldn't do with the Púca. And also one little like snippet of the Púca in pop culture, and because it's really cool, and you wouldn't think that
it's not Twilight.
No, it's not Twilight, unfortunately.
Okay.
So first of all, this really cool tradition in Ireland is called the Púca share, and it's basically that on Samhain, when the harvest is collected, there is a certain number of stalks that the reaper who is collecting the harvest leaves for the Púca, and that is the Púca share. And the Púca have like stake a claim to this certain number of stalks, and that is theirs to either feast on or collect or whatever. And failure to leave these stalks out for the Púca basically results in your next harvest being a fucking bust. So so around Samhain every year, like they'll leave stalks out for the Púca so that their next following year's harvest is plentiful and worth harvesting because they didn't upset the Púca.
I love that.
I love that too.
That's so nice.
I know. I like it.
I love that. I like that.
There's also the little fact about that: if there's rain on a sunny day, it means that a Púca will visit the following night, which I like. I'm like, that's precious. That gives you something to look forward to.
But I don't want him knocking on the window. I just have a thing about it.
I will say I haven't seen much about them knocking on windows.
I need him to text, and then I'll come outside.
I bet you he would. You give him a phone.
Okay.
Yeah, or maybe you don't even need a phone because it's, Púcas are members of the Fae. So I bet you they just yeah, probably. Okay, or they'll leave like little messages and rocks.
E.T.
That's precious.
Again.
It all goes back to E.T.
It all goes back to E.T. and Twilight.
And then the last, I guess this one's more of a warning. But in a lot of Irish tradition, it was like very frowned upon to eat berries that have died due to frostbite. Most commonly blackberries, because they were said to be covered in Púca spit, and that's why they died, and that makes them poisonous, and that you should not eat them. Which, truthfully, I don't think you should eat frostbitten berries anyway.
Yeah, I feel like that has to have some other reason. Like there has to be some like that's like gonna kill you shit. But I mean, whatever makes these people stop with the berries, that's fine.
Yeah.
Like, because I think I'm down.
Yeah, I fuck with it. I'm like, yeah, okay, sounds good. The last thing that I wanted to add in this tale of the Púca is that this really, really big pop culture reference. So in Donnie Darko, you know the rabbit?
Oh, the
rabbit's a Púca.
I've seen at least 3 movies, one of them.
You've seen at least 3 movies?
Because I think that what people think is that I'm always referencing E.T., Twilight, and now Donnie Darko.
Yeah,
so I'm letting you guys know that I've seen at least 3 movies.
At least 3. I just
Tell me this.
4
This
fingers.
is fucking fascinating.
Yeah, so the rabbit that convinces him to do all this like shitty, mischievous stuff is a Púca.
Holy shit.
Boom.
That makes sense though. That makes sense.
It does make sense.
He doesn't exist on this dimensional plane.
Yep, exactly, because he's a Púca. He's a member of the Fae.
I really love that movie. I really, really love that movie.
Mm-hmm.
That was like a big part of my high school experience, and that was definitely not a take that we ever came up with. So now I have a new. Now I gotta watch it again.
With fresh eyes.
Oh,
and Púca on the brain.
I love that. I was gonna ask if Púcas and Pukwudgies had any connection, but I don't think that's really a thing because Pukwudgies come from indigenous culture.
Yeah.
So and they're little peoples. It just has like a similar root word, like Púca, Pukwudgie. So I was like,
I think part of the reason that they seem like similar beings is just because every single culture seems to have some sort of small being that is mischievous in some way. But with the Púca, like I couldn't find much of anything relating to like their human forms other than they always have an animalistic feature to them. So I don't necessarily
rabbit.
Yes. I don't necessarily think that they're
awesome.
Like little. I think they're like normal because like a horse is, unless you have a pony, but that's a different thing. They're just like
shapeshifters, right? Like
yeah, they're just shapeshifters. Yeah. Well, I guess Pukwudgies are also shapeshifters.
But not as much though, right? Like,
no, they can only shapeshift into a hedgehog. Hedgehog and like a little troll.
Yeah. Oh, so cute though.
Yeah.
Still thinking about that little baby Pukwudgie. I love him.
And the Tim Allen one.
Fuck him. right there.
Oh, I love him.
We love them. Well, the Púca Donnie Darko thing has given me life. Like I'm very excited.
Hell yeah.
And I hope that someday, like 100 years in the future, someone's like, and I have a hot take, Edward Cullen, and then they say he's one of the many creatures that we cover.
Oh, wow.
And then my ghost will come up and be like, yeah,
we are planting that seed right now is what
planting it, manifesting it, that our ancestors will be saying it. The end. Okay. Wait, are they our ancestors if they come after us? Time isn't real.
No, we're their ancestors. I will not be anyone's ancestor. Just say.
The aliens can still do what they do.
What?
The aliens can implant whatever they want in you. And they're coming to see us, so.
I don't think
they said
can.
It. They said it. We can.
Okay. Sure.
I got so serious just now. I'm like, okay. Okay. So I really thought these two were gonna have more connection. This is cray. Okay. So I'm covering the Morrigan. I don't know how we put these two together.
You did.
But I did. That's what I'm saying.
You did.
I don't know. That's fine. Okay, so the Morrigan is, and this is what I have written, a baddie from the beginning of white people culture. She's heavily associated with war, death, and fate. She's a shapeshifter and most often takes the form of a crow. So she comes from a race of people, and I'm going to butcher this, known as the Tuatha De Danann, aka the Fae. So I'll just be saying the Fae from now on.
Yes.
So one legend says that they came over to Ireland on ships carried by giant black clouds. So fucking sick. That's how I want to arrive everywhere.
I like that. Yeah.
I would love that. And they beat the shit out of these warriors named the Firbolg, who were already there in Ireland. They like beat the shit out of them.
Good.
Yeah, I'm sure they deserve it. Morrigan translates to like the Phantom Queen, which is also amazing. I love that for her.
Oh my God.
I like the Phantoms. Wait, that's almost better than John Benet Changeling.
John Benet Changeling. I'm changing my Twitter name at this moment.
Just do it immediately. Okay. So some lore say that the Morrigan is older than the Fae, and that she actually was the one that produced the black clouds and the fog so that they could land on the shores and beat the shit out of these dudes.
Interesting.
But that's a whole other thing. Some people say she's part of them. She's associated with them. That's all. Yeah. So there's this book from 1870 called The Ancient Irish Goddess of War. And that says that the Morrigan can predict the death of warriors in battle. And she uses this like kind of like mind game that she can tell you if you're going to die to influence the outcome of the war. So she will just fly over. Like if they see a crow flying over, they are like, shit, that either means I'm going to die or my enemy's going to die. And she just fucks with them. And I love that a lot too.
Yeah, that's really like, she just flies over and she's like, games. Everyone just like, she's second like, guess what's going to happen.
What you think's going to happen, Seamus?
So, okay, but I have a question. So if she flies over just one side, does that mean that they're going to survive?
They don't know. It means they don't know. Nobody knows. That's the whole thing. Okay. She just stays fucking with people. That's Good all I know about her. Good for her. You know what? Keep them guessing, nice. Morrigan.
Yeah.
So this is why this woman turns into a crow, predicts death, bad bitch, would give a shit about a human man. Makes zero sense to me. It makes zero sense, but here we go. So the biggest piece of Morrigan folklore says that she fell in love with this warrior, whatever, named Cuchulainn. And he was, stupid name, sorry, Irish. Mm-hmm. He was the heroic son of a guy named Lug. And he rejects her, okay? So the Morrigan is chilling. She's a crow. She's watching the battle. Okay? She sees him. She wants that dick. She wants it, okay?
Yeah.
She shows up to his tent. She's in human form. She looks amazing. She's like one of the most beautiful. She's beautiful. She's got that wop. She's ready to put it on him. Cuchulainn rejects her.
Boo.
And she's pissed. She is pissed. She's so mad. She's okay. So in true petty form, she's like, oh, bet. She turns herself into an eel. She swims up the fjord and trips him.
Wow.
So he probably looks so stupid.
He looks so dumb.
He looks so dumb. He was probably like, I'm gonna go through this fjord and like I'm gonna, you know, he was trying to be cool. You tripped over an eel, bitch. Like you look so
well,
stupid.
and I bet you nobody even sees the eel too. Like no one can even see because he's just tripping over nothing. How embarrassing.
He looks like an asshole. It's so embarrassing. But then I'm really mad because this is an iconic moment. I would do this. Mm-hmm. He punches the eel.
Does he know that it's the Morrigan?
No! But if I tripped over an eel, what body part's closest to it? I'm going to kick it. I'm going to kick. You lift it out of the water and fucking punch it, dude?
I would probably, me personally, I think I would just move on and hope that nobody saw me trip over the eel. Like I would not. I don't think I would choose violence against the eel. I think I would just try to move on with my life.
You're not gonna win.
You're not gonna win.
Probably like he was so embarrassed, right? He probably pulled it out of the water and was like, "Oh, fuck you!"
Like looking around at his homies, being like, "Hey guys, watch me punch this eel that just tripped me."
Do you think you look any better punching an eel? It's probably all slippery and shit. Like you look like an idiot. I can't. It makes me so mad. You look so stupid right now.
Wow. How dumb.
Okay.
And I'm sure she's really probably sitting there like, wow, this man, like this is the one. Man,
for
and
what?
Like, girl, I feel you. I've been there.
I understand.
I have lived these woes before.
Who among us has not fallen for a mediocre white man named Kukulahan?
Truly.
You'll
Truly.
trip her
If you
over.
haven't, if you have not ever in your life fallen for a mediocre white man, I need you to DM us so that we can make you a trophy. Because we've all fallen victim to a mediocre white man. Some of us still do it to this day.
Sometimes we trick them into marrying us. And then they punch an eel. Okay, God bless it. He's not mediocre. He's pretty great. Noah's
yeah, he's all right. Yeah, he's good. He's
because of my influence.
Good eel.
Good eel.
Good eel.
So then Morrigan is pissed. At this point, honestly, Morrigan, I would have just been like, I'm magic, and I would have left. But she turns herself into a...
Take the L.
Just go, girl.
Take the L and leave.
You know what? She was fucking waxed and ready. Waxed, vaxxed, and ready. Yeah. And he ruined it. Anyway, she turns into a wolf. No, you're a wolf, bitch. You're a giant wolf, okay? What are you gonna... A fucking bug. I'm prepared. First of all, I need you guys to know I do have a fly swatter tonight, but it's a ladybug.
Hell yeah.
Oh, it's a ladybug. Something else.
Oh, that's good luck.
Don't be scared. I'm gonna name her Morrigan.
Morrigan.
It's Morrigan the ladybug. Okay. So she's a fucking wolf, right? If I'm a wolf, what am I gonna do? Eat him.
Eat him. Literally, that's the first possible thing I think of.
I love you. Go up here, though. You're making me nervous. Okay, you can say.
Or even just like scare him. You know?
Scare him, right? Do the wolves in Twilight. Remember when they were like mental talking and do that
telepathy moment.
Well, yeah, like come on.
Be like, I'm gonna rip your dick off.
I'm gonna rip your dick off. I'm a wolf. Whatever. I'm a wolf. Actually rip his dick off. I don't care. So what does she do? She scares a herd of cattle to run at him.
Girl. She did not know the power that she held in this moment.
And that's the whole problem is that I feel like we've also all been there. You could have been really cool. You could have done something great. And instead you just like fucking dumb. Instead you kissed like that bartender who has felony charges to try to make your ex-boyfriend jealous, you know? That's what she did in this moment. That's
I feel like I'm being called out at this moment and I don't appreciate it.
Are we just living the same fucking life? Okay.
Yeah, but without the shape-shifting powers.
Without the shape-shifting. So
or being the goddess of war.
Right? Like, surely among this whole group of mediocre white men, there was a better one than Kukulahan, but okay. So he's, again, wildly inappropriate response, okay? Yeah. Cows are running at you. He probably, again, looked fucking stupid. I hope he fell in some cow shit. I hope
I'm sure
stupid as fuck. He gets a slingshot and slingshots a stone into the wolf's eye.
Excuse me? This man just pulled a fucking slingshot out of what? Was he a fucking Animal Crossing villager?
I guess he had it. Yes. I think he was.
Are you fucking
cool
serious?
An Animal Crossing villager. Okay, so
who brings a slingshot to war?
Right?
Why would you do that?
Thank you. I feel like this is, I didn't even think about it till we're talking about it. This is really a parable for the dumb shit you do for this mediocre man. You know, like he rejects you and, he got a raise at his minimum wage job, you know, like.
Yeah.
And then you feel like shit, but like you're the goddess of war. Like,
yeah.
Okay.
This is a metaphor on being a woman in the year 2021.
It really, really is. It really is. God damn it. Okay. So then Morrigan's like, you know what? I'm already here. I've already got all these cows. She becomes a cow. She makes herself into a cow.
Okay.
She then hypes all the other cows up. She's like, hold on, belt chick. She's like, we gotta fuck this dude up. Cows, we gotta fuck him up. Okay. They all charge at him.
Okay.
Again. He gets the slingshot again, shoots a rock at her leg and breaks her leg.
Why is this man so violent against animals? Violent. I feel like after the eel,
very fucking violent.
She should have been like, man, this guy hates animals. This is a red flag. That's a little too much. Maybe I go. Because like we've all ignored a red flag before. I know.
Absolutely.
I know that we all have.
100%. And it's even animal related red flags. Yes.
But you just watched him. I mean, granted, it was you. He just punched an eel in the face.
Yeah.
So
Which is an
maybe
inappropriate reaction.
a very inappropriate reaction. And then he slingshotted a cow and a wolf. Okay.
This guy's an idiot.
It's like 3 strikes you're out, my friend. Like, that's enough.
Yeah. I really don't like him. And I know that he's the hero of this story, and I do not care. Kukulahan.
Stupid
name. So then Morrigan's like, shit, my legs broke, my eyes broke, I got punched.
But if she's
like done.
Okay, hold on.
Okay.
If she just shapeshifts out of a cow and back into a person, is her leg still broken?
Yes, and that is an important part of the story.
Okay.
So Kukulahan wins the battle because of course he does. Great, good for you. We're all happy. He's walking back from the battle, and this dipshit sees an old woman milking a fucking cow on the side of the road and decides he's gonna stop and talk to her. You don't find that enough damage? You fucking dingus. Okay, so he's having this whole conversation. Anyone with a brain can see that this is Morrigan in disguise, right?
Yes.
Anyone.
Yes.
But he must have sustained a head injury because he doesn't notice that this old lady has a fucking broken leg. The same eye is fucked up as the wolf. And she's got like bruises all over her from where he punched this eel.
God.
I don't know the eel to human bruise ratio, but just go with it, okay? So she's like, here, Kukulahan, have some of this hot cow milk. Another disgusting, imagine drinking hot milk out of a fucking cow. Imagine it. After a long day of battling, how refreshing.
No.
So
a hot beverage.
Disgusting.
Hot milk. I would rather die. I would rather have died in the battle.
Let me drink the water and get fucking whatever GI fucking, I'll shit myself to death, but I'm not drinking hot cow milk. No, ma'am. But he loves the hot cow milk.
Hot cow milk, if it was the last possible thing I could ingest. I would die.
I would die. And I need you to know that despite the fact that I have 2 college degrees, one of which is in science, I found myself utterly shocked, when I pumped milk for the first time with this baby, and it was hot when it came out of my body because I did not think about the fact that it was body temperature, and I touched it and I went, ugh! Like I was so disgusted. I thought it was going to be cold. So milk comes out very hot.
Would be cold too.
I was just very disgusted. It really bothers me. I actually still have a problem handling it. I just it really grosses me the fuck out. I don't like it. Kukulahan finds himself just so grateful for this hot cow milk. And he blesses the old woman 3 times, once for each cup of hot cow milk that she gives him.
Ew, he drank 3 of them?
He drank 3 cups of it.
3 cups of steamy hot cow milk.
Imagine he had diarrhea, and we all know.
Oh, I'm sure. He had diarrhea within the first couple of sips, and that man kept drinking. That's fucking horrifying.
I hate it. Anyway, the good thing is that with each blessing that he gave to this old woman, he healed one of Morrigan's injuries. So it healed the bruises, it healed the eye, it healed the leg. Because she don't play with you.
Oh, wow.
She didn't come to play with you, dumb bitch. So, okay. I love a petty bitch, and that is just
so this man really in exchange for diarrhea,
cow diarrhea milk, non-pasteurized,
healed this goddess so that she could take her revenge on him. So now he has not only shit himself, but he's also about to get fucked up by a goddess of war for being rude.
So rude. So, but what I love about her is that she just fucks off into the wild, and he's like, oh, I'm fine. She doesn't even let him know he healed her. She just bounces.
Oh my God.
So he thinks he's safe. And I am so happy about that.
Damn, she's playing the long run on this one. She's playing the long game.
Because after you punch someone as an eel, I feel like you do something to their psyche that is not easily undone.
Yeah,
So
something changed in there.
Oh,
She's
yeah,
unhinged now.
oh yeah, yes she is. So years and years go on, and he's just living his life. And I hope that he had like a little bit of fear that that like she was gonna come back for him, but whatever. So then he's on his way to battle. He's like a much older man, and he walks past a woman washing blood off of battle armor.
A Keating
and we know from
woman.
our last episode, you're fucked, boy. Like, it's over, Kukulahan.
Yeah.
But instead of taking this warning, he's like, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. And he goes to war anyway. Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
He's mortally wounded. Duh.
Shocking.
We told you. What? We done told you.
You had to know, sir.
You had to know. What
you had a
think
warning right in front of
happen?
you. You got visited by the Scottish Banshee.
Dumb idiot. Okay. So he gets wounded and he's like, oh shit, I'm fucked. I'm so fucked, right? That's it. But his enemies are still coming toward the battlefield and he needs to scare them away. So he gets a piece of twine and because his organs are coming out and shit, it's real gross.
Ew.
He ties himself to a boulder with a piece of twine so that it looks like he's still standing, so that his enemies are scared away from attacking his people. So he's like,
sorry.
We can.
He was like, they won't notice my mortal.
I need you to remember, he's the hero of this story. This is a heroic thing that people are like, oh yeah, he's keeping his people safe, right?
I don't believe it. I don't buy it for a second.
So he does that because he wants to keep his people safe, and it works. It fucking works. He's such a feared warrior. They see him weakened at Bernie's on this fucking rock, and they're scared. Bitch, you thought. Bitch, you thought. Morrigan turns into a crow, lands on his dead shoulder, and pecks at him, and he doesn't move, so then they know he's dead.
Wait, so at some point in the time that he tied himself to the boulder and these people retreated at the same time,
he fucking dies. Because he knew he was gonna die. He was like, I'm gonna do this to like help my people. He knew he was gonna die. And Morrigan's like, bitch, you thought.
For some reason, they really thought this man was just standing there completely still, just fucking vibing.
Yeah, they did, until a crow landed on him, pecked at his head, and showed that he was dead. And then they killed all his people. Legend. Fucking legend.
Jesus Christ.
I love her.
I love her too. She's an icon.
That is a lot of pettiness.
So when she shapeshifts, is there like a thing that still identifies her as her?
Not necessarily. It just like in the story, you know, it's her, but they didn't say whether. But like, I love that she waited that fucking long.
That's really petty. We love a petty queen.
And then
I just don't understand how this man like did not put two and two together of like, oh, I just wronged this woman that's a goddess of war, and then like trips on an eel. Like, who the fuck trips on an eel? Like, he had to know. How did you not put it together? I don't understand.
Stupid. He's stupid. He would hate hot milk lady.
Well, then immediately after, you see a wolf out of nowhere. There's just a wolf very suddenly right in front of you. And then very suddenly, there's just another cow.
Yeah, that wasn't there before.
Where did this new cow come from? I wonder. Interesting. And then a woman gives you a bunch of free, hot, steamy milk.
So much, it's so gross. And then you bless her, and the wounds that you just inflicted on these three animals suddenly heal on this woman.
I just don't.
I'm gonna say it. I think that Kukulahan's a himbo.
He is a himbo.
I think he's
probably a fucking himbo.
Yeah.
But also,
I'm sorry,
this just reads as like a message of like, we should stop letting mediocre white men, whether they be a himbo or not, hurt our feelings. Because 9 times out of 10, they will drink the hot cow's milk. And then they'll get pecked on by a crow. And we will not be doing that. This has been a PSA.
Never trust a himbo.
Don't do it. It's not
Even though
worth
they're
it.
stupid, they're not always nice.
They're almost never nice.
They're not. They're not. And this story really resonated with me, especially now that we're doing the parables, because I did date a himbo. Turns
Same.
out he's gay.
Oh.
After like a year of dating. But like we had a lot of these issues where he was very mediocre. There was nothing really special about him. And I was just 21 and like in love. For what?
Yeah. I feel that on a spiritual level.
What the fuck? All right. We all make this mistake. Don't date himbos.
Or
No matter
mediocre
what.
white men for that matter.
That's probably true.
Stop
I'll
doing
let
that.
you know one more thing. It's a no for me, guys. Morrigan is often picked as a crow's head on top of a busty woman's body.
If you think
I
for a
love
second I'm not gonna get that tattooed on me, you're fucking wrong.
I want
crow
Morrigan tattoo so
With
bad.
human titties,
titties.
I'm in.
I want it, and then I want like a banner that says like petty. That's all I want.
Maybe that's what my back piece will be. A big Morrigan piece.
Morrigan's a badass bitch.
Could be
So
sick.
she has 3 lines flowing out of her, and she's heavily associated with the number 3, which represents life, death, and transformation.
Oh, yeah.
Because she's the source of life, giving, death, and transformation. There's this professor, Marie Gimbutas, who's an emeritus professor of European archaeology, who writes exclusively on Morrigan artifacts and believes that
Nice.
knowledge of Morrigan and like taking her on as a deity and worshiping her will lead the world toward a sexually egalitarian, nonviolent, earth-centered future. So
Okay.
I fuck with Morrigan.
Yeah, that sounds like exactly what we fucking need.
With her. So she's not death itself, but she's the keeper of death, the goddess of death, and she's very fucking scary. She goes into, there's like a lot of stuff in Arthurian legends where it's like this woman that's kind of a Morrigan figure, but that's like a whole other study into this. So I just wanted to discuss Celtic Morrigan. I love her pettiness. I love that she teaches us a very valuable lesson about mediocre white men. And I love that she's scary and she's got titties.
Yeah.
Mostly. I'm very happy for her.
This podcast is now a Morrigan Stan account.
I want to be the final crow that pecks every man that has wronged anyone. Yeah. I want to just be the thing that makes his life fall apart. Like, maybe I'm not pecking his dead body, you know, like maybe he's wronged his wife and he fucked his children over. Like maybe that's what happened. And I just show up and I'm like, boom, and I drop like some crazy bomb and just ruin his life. Like I want that to be me.
My favorite part about that is the fact that that man was already dead. So like he has like there are no like consequences to his actions, but everybody else has to suffer because that man was a dick. And if that doesn't tell you a thing or two about like some of these mediocre men, I don't know what does. It's like they're not going to suffer the consequences. It's everybody else that's gonna.
Yep. And I like to think that like in the footnotes of that story, his ghost was like, "Oh no, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it." And she was like, that makes me so happy. Fuck you.
Fuck you.
She had one little crow feather on her wing, just making a middle finger. God bless her.
Or even better,
she's wonderful.
She just turned her head for a second and gave him a little. And then continued on with her day.
A little crow wing.
A little crow wing.
Shit on his, oh God, I hope she shit on his dead body.
She did. Oh, she did. I really can't. I cannot get over the 3 glasses of warm cow milk. I am hung up on that.
Yeah, it's really fucking. If it wasn't so disgusting, I would make it part of the Cryptid Olympics, but I cannot stomach watching somebody fucking drink 1 glass of hot cow's milk, much less 3. I will throw the fuck. I will die. Yeah. That is disgusting.
Yeah.
Like, guys,
Please stop
Please
drinking
don't
cow's
do
milk.
it. Please
Please
stop
just
drinking cow's milk in
stop
general
doing it.
in your fucking life, dude. Like, stop.
Like
God,
if we made it like
Jesus.
3 cups of oat milk, you have to drink 3 cups of oat milk.
Even
Like, okay, sure. Yeah, I can handle that, I think. That wouldn't make me as sick. But something about oh no, I just don't like it.
I don't like it. I don't like it. He's in his armor. He's sweaty. He tripped over an eel. It's been a long day.
Do you think he fell in the water? Do you think when he tripped over the eel, he like face planted, like face first into the fucking water and like drowned for a quick sec because his armor was heavy, and then was like, God. He got out and he was like, oh my God.
I hope he did. And he was like,
and then he picks up the eel and he's like,
fuck you, eel. Fuck you.
It's like a dramatic.
It makes me very upset.
Yeah.
It makes me like, but like, could you not picture Thor doing something like that?
Don't do that to me.
In his younger days.
Love Thor.
I know, but he would punch an eel.
Thor is the only himbo that would not hurt any of our feelings. We all know how he treated Jane Foster. He loved her. Okay. He was wonderful to her, okay? He would not drink 3 cups of hot cow's milk.
Yes, he would. Yes, he fucking would. Don't ever tell me that Thor wouldn't drink 3 hot cups of cow's milk. Don't ever say that to me, to my face. He would absolutely do it. We all know it's true.
This is going to be the next Instagram live that we do, is like which people from the Marvel universe would or would not drink 3 cups of hot cow's milk.
I'm going to say that Loki abso-fucking-lutely would not.
No.
Loki would never.
He would never.
And I'm also going to say that if we were going to do a cosplay, I'm taking Sylvie as female Loki out of this equation, that you as Thor, me as Loki with the hair would be very cute. Very fucking cute. We both have the hair for it.
Yes.
But I'm thinking I also want to get a crow's head.
Ooh.
and boobies and for Halloween. Be Morrigan.
We could just both be Morrigan. You could be Morrigan, I could be a Púca.
How about you be Morrigan as the crow's head, I be Morrigan as the eel?
You want to be an eel, Sarah?
I really want to be an eel.
Are you just gonna climb into a fucking sleeping bag and fucking walk around like that?
I'll make an eel thing, but then I'll get, those like electric zapping pins, and I'll just shock people because I'm an electric eel. I'll shock motherfuckers, and I'll tase some of them.
Okay. That's good.
We'll figure out our phases of Morrigan later. I love her. She did nothing wrong.
No.
Kukulahan was at fault. Sorry your people died. Sounds like you should have not been a dick.
Well, honestly, and I'm sitting here from like, this is the Irish, like I am an Irish woman. That is my history. And from my perspective, I definitely think that man was wrong.
Yeah.
Like 1,000%. Morrigan was in the right. She deserved that. She's a bad bitch.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say.
I mean, we don't know what went down in the tent when she was trying to seduce him, but I like to think he was doing something fucking dumb, like playing a video game or, something dumb.
Yeah, he was playing a video game, Sarah.
He was playing Call of Duty, and he was like, later, Morgan, and she got mad. That's what I like to think he was doing.
He was playing, Call of Duty was around, but that man pulled out his slingshot.
It was rocks. It was Call of Duty, but it was just rocks.
Oh my God.
He had a lot of rocks.
Holding his rock. Wait, where are my rocks?
Fucking making them fight.
Hold on.
This is what he was doing.
He's like,
Yep. His whole life was Call of Duty.
Meanwhile, a fucking literal war is happening outside of his tent. And he's
just like George Washington.
Playing with his rocks.
Just like George Washington.
Himbo.
Fucking himbo.
George Washington is not a
number
himbo.
1. Yes, he fucking was.
Ew.
God. Can we do American history episode yell
about himbos?
The greatest himbos of American history.
Yes we can.
And I need everyone to know that my only knowledge of American history does come from the musical Hamilton. Thank you. That's a PSA from Sarah.
That's pretty good. Good. All right. I think maybe we could
I think
wrap
now
up.
that we've turned into yelling about George Washington, it's time
Yeah.
to go.
Maybe time to call it a night.
When you reach that point, that's
yes.
It's time to go. It's fine.
Yeah. Thank you guys for listening.
Thank you.
And we will catch you next week with some more Irish folklore.
Also, donate to give some money to our GoFundMe to get.
Yes, if you are looking forward to seeing us at events, specifically me, because I live very far away from all of these events.
Yes.
Please consider throwing some money to our GoFundMe. If you don't want to do that, you're welcome to Venmo us as well. Whatever, any of it helps. Most of it is going towards my travel to these events at this point because I do live a good 10 hours away by car.
Yes, it's quite a drive.
It is quite a drive, and it's all appreciated. You guys are wonderful. And yeah, so we will see you guys.
We're gonna do cool shit giveaway too.
Yes,
not like
I
just
forgot
for
about
free.
that.
Like we're giving away cool shit. Do it. The end. Now I'm getting on Instagram Live.
Okay, and we will see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.